Alright, let's get started with mission 4 here, the Cult of the Damned. Let's check it out.
Look, it's those cultists who are with the necromancer. What are they doing to that mine?
Let's not wait to find out. Attack!
Damn these intruders. They must not interfere with the Master's plan.
Let's build a base camp here. With those cultists creeping around, I'd rather not head in there without backup.
I couldn't agree more.
Alright, so we're back in. We're going to start getting our base built, getting set up. We've just finished mission 3. Now we're headed into mission 4 of the human campaign for Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, the original Warcraft 3 game. We are playing it on hard mode, and we are just going to get started here with establishing our base. And this is what's the name of this? Cult of the Damned. This mission, it kind of turns into a chess game because we don't have access to a lot of higher units. So we're just gonna have to kind of execute a real simple basic strategy. We're just gonna have like basic footmen up front and some ranged units and some light artillery siege units in the back, because we don't have that. We just don't have access to that many units. So we're just gonna have to do a real
Job's done.
Basic strategy, basic attack. Just noticed the and we gotta defend. We also gotta defend our base. So like I say, it's just gonna be a real simple back and forth defensive battle. And I really think this is the first mission where you really start to sense the fact that you're playing on hard. Units, your units just don't seem to hit as hard, and the enemy units have a lot more hit points, and you're just starting to get that sense of difficulty starting to come up. So we're gonna just defend our base, try and build up.
Our forces are under attack.
Basic objective is see, I sent that Jaina's, what is it called? Her water elemental up into their base. So we kind of scout and see what's up there, and that's what we have to push through. We basically have to build up enough units that we can fight and defend our base, but also push through their base. And it is pretty hard that we only have access to about 3 or 4 units, and they have a heavily fortified base that we got to push through. So we are just gonna hold back here, build up some defenses, and prepare our attack as we get into this. So yeah, really the first challenge, I guess you could say. The first few missions are really just extensions of the tutorials. Obviously the first 2 orc tutorials are explaining things in very basic detail, but the first 3 missions are also very simple, just explaining, or having you work through building a base, having you kind of go out around. Mission 3, we wandered around in the forest, kind of exploring what was happening with the Scourge, what was happening with their attacks on those villages. And so now this is really the first mission where we built up enough. We're gonna be getting into the nitty-gritty fighting. We've got to build a base, build some units. Not just build some units. We got to build an army that's going to be strong enough to try and take over that base and overwhelm it. And so in order to do that, we're also going to need to expand our base here. If you notice early on in the earlier part of the game, they flagged that gold mine off to the right of the map. we're going to need to go out, pick that up, pick up some more units. We're definitely going to push up into upkeep, probably for the first time in the game. Or at least we didn't give them a chance to. We're going to send Jaina's water elemental back up and see if we can't see. There's our gold mine. So we've waited until that last attack. So there's not going to be another attack. So we're going to move over
complete.
and let's take a look at their base. Yeah, I mean it's a heavily fortified base with the crappy units that we have. We just don't have that strong units to try to take them down. So we've waited for that last patrol that came in, or that last wave of units. We took them out. It just happened to be nighttime, but we're still going to attack. Experiencing Marcus. And then we're going to hurry and scoot over here and try and clear the way so that our peons can get in and build get harvested gold mine. Completely open. Our base is completely open back there. So we've got a fast way to pull out all the stops. All of our through these creeps as quickly as possible. Take them out, and I believe that's all of them. Okay, he's up in there, so we're gonna head back to our base. Get this gold mine started. Start that. Thinking about it, you could probably do this with one gold mine if you just built up a huge force. I don't know. You could do this several ways. I don't think there's any one particular way. Like I say, because you only have access to 3 or 4 units, you just can't. I mean, you just don't have that many options for taking out this base. So there we go. So they're bringing in the next attack. We're back at our base, ready to go, ready to fight. It's kind of a war of they're slowly reeling you away. You've got to defend and fight.
Build more farms.
Fight them off while at the same time building up your own forces.
Research complete.
It's funny, as I'm working through these, I'm slowly getting better at playing through and kind of micromanaging and doing some of these strategies as I slowly work my way through the human campaign. Because after, in the next campaigns, things are harder, and later on in this campaign. But because your skills get better, your soft skills, you're better at micromanaging, you're quicker, you get just better at playing. I will say this, I mean, it's been 10 years since I've played this game, and I mean, I've played a lot of StarCraft II, and you can tell, you can feel that you've
Upgrade complete.
matured in 10 years, and that the game's not maybe as hard as it was back then. Back then, you know, I don't know about you guys. I was clear back in high school 10 years ago, and you just weren't, I don't know, you weren't as apt at playing this
Job's
game
done.
as maybe you are at StarCraft II, because you've matured so much, and you can just, you know, micromanage and work your base a lot better. Anyway, I find myself
Job's done.
doing things now that I never would have done, you know, 10 years ago playing this game. Your soft skills get a lot better. So now we're just building up and getting ready to push through. I could probably say this for every mission that we go through, but
Job's done.
I could probably have done this a lot better if I sat down and planned it out, but
Research complete.
that was not the thought. You know, this isn't a speed run. This is just a playthrough, just a fun playthrough of Warcraft 3, and kind of seeing the sights almost. A nostalgic playthrough.
Job's done. I can't build that.
Start queuing up our mortar teams, because we are going to need some heavy hitters for taking out that base. Another thing you'll notice, I mean, I'm playing the defensive right now because
Job's done.
I don't necessarily need to full-blown attack. So I see them coming, so we're gonna fight out here in the okay, now they get overwhelmed. So we clear off that attack, and I mean, we're ready to attack. We just gotta wait. We need a few more mortar teams, and we'll be ready to fight. Just gonna go wander around and kind of explore the map a little bit. Alright, so we're up to 3 mortar teams, and then we're gonna have one more coming out, so we'll be ready to go here soon. We're just gonna kind of hold here and defend this position. Got one mortar team attacking. Clear their units. Go back. We gotta have enough mortar teams to take out those towers. So we'll just hold here until teams back up. The other
Our
thing I needed
forces
to
are
wait
under
on is
attack.
all those corpses. There's not hundreds, but 20 or 30 corpses laying on the ground up there. Gotta wait for those to clear out before we roll up there and attack. Let's build some more
Our
footmen
forces
so we
are
have some
under
more
attack.
front units to cover. So we'll get our guys assembled here, and we will just roll in and get this started. Kind of taunt out his units so we don't have to fight multiple towers.
Job's done.
Everything's hindsight when you're watching it over again. You're like, oh, I made all sorts of crappy mistakes, didn't I? Jeez. Like I said, this isn't a speed run. This is just a fun playthrough.
Our forces are under attack. Our gold mine has collapsed.
Holding back.
Our forces are under attack.
Gold mine dropped. Dang, those water teams are such a good job. I really like did a good job just holding back. My main onslaught somehow trying to be more aggressive, but he does have a lot of power.
Build more bombs.
It's different. Late game, or, later on in the campaign, the units we're using will clear base a lot stronger. So it's okay for them to rush the towers and fight alongside. Got more healers. But here, you just don't have a lot of. These guys just don't have a lot of HP. We've only got 1 or 2, you know, power-ups. Fight with, so you know, not power-ups, our armor upgrades. We only have a couple armor upgrades, so you know, our guys have low HP. We don't have a lot of in the way of defense.
Hello again, children. I am Kel'Thuzad, and I've come to deliver a warning. Leave well enough alone. Your curiosity will be the death of you.
Are you responsible for this plague, Necromancer? Is this cult your doing?
Yes, I ordered the Cult of the Damned to distribute the plagued grain. But the sole credit is not mine.
What do you mean?
I serve the Dreadlord, Mal'Ganis. He commands the scourge that will cleanse this land and establish a paradise of eternal darkness.
And what exactly is this scourge meant to cleanse?
Why, the living, of course. His plan is already in motion. Seek him out at Stratholme if you need further proof.
We run into the Necromancer again. Push forward.
Our forces are under attack.
All the granaries are empty. The shipments have already been sent out. Or too late.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Our forces are under attack.
It's like we fought him. We cleared this area. Where? What else is there to do? Go. But we find him. This is kind of cool. We've got a ton of these abominations sitting up here, and we bring up our all. So I kind of back out. I bring in all my units. Just waste these guys. Who's that? Is that little Timmy? So I was thinking, I was still looking for the trigger. I didn't realize that all those guys were the trigger. I thought that was like some sort of Easter egg, but no, that was the egg. I'm still wandering around looking for what I need to do. So that's just a merchant thing up there. Up to the left. Timmy. So once we get up here, after we get assembled, we can take these things out. And we just, so I have Arthas cruise in. Bubble. we will.
Naive fool. My death will make little difference in the long run. For now, the scourging of this land begins.